The 1990s were the last stand for raw muscle before tech took over. These 15 rare GM classic pieces roared loudly, looked bold, and disappeared fast. Number 15, 1990 Chevrolet Camaro IRO Z1LE. The 1990 Chevrolet Camaro IRO Z1LE is a road-ready race car, with only 62 ever built that year. One of them, finished in bright blue metallic with gray cloth bucket seats, has only 6 original miles. It was never driven, never registered, and spent more than 30 years stored away in a basement. Even now, it looks just like it did in the showroom back in 1990. Moving to performance parts, this Camaro came with the most powerful engine offered that year, a 350 cubic inch V8 with tuned port injection. It made 245 horsepower and was matched to a 4-speed automatic transmission with overdrive. But what makes it special is the 1LE package, a secret racing setup made for people who really knew how to order a Camaro right. For example, the air conditioning, radio, and fog lamps were all deleted to save weight. The car also has no stripes or decals, which makes it look clean and stealthy. Just underneath, the performance parts keep going. It uses 4-wheel disc brakes, including front ones borrowed from a Corvette. A dual converter exhaust, engine oil cooler, and aluminum driveshaft were also part of the 1LE deal. Even the fuel tank got a baffle to help during hard driving, and it came with special shocks and a beefed-up fuel pickup system. Next up, the outside features strong 16-inch aluminum wheels wrapped in 245 50ZR 16 Goodyear Eagle tires. These tires were made to grip tight during fast turns. Even the spare wheel is made of aluminum to cut down on weight. Inside the car, it stays simple. No power windows, no sound system. There's a leather-wrapped steering wheel on a tilt column, a passkey starter lock, tinted glass, and a fold-down rear seat. A heavy-duty battery gives extra starting power when needed. Well, everything matches and proves it's the real deal. With only 6 miles on it, this is the lowest mile IRO Z1LE known to exist, and maybe the rarest one too. Number 14, 1991 Pontiac Firebird, Formula 350. Starting with loud growls, this 1991 Pontiac Firebird Formula 350 pushed out serious muscle. Built with a strong tuned port 350 cubic inch V8 engine, it had power and attitude. The engine made it one of the strongest Firebirds of its time, and it was matched with a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now, here's the rare part. Only 1,272 of these cars were made that year. That's not many. So, when someone finds one, especially in good condition, it's a big deal. Even cooler, these cars were part of the 3rd generation of Firebirds, a group that helped muscle cars make a comeback in the early 1990s. Moving under the hood, the Formula 350 had heavy-duty parts. From the beginning, owners tried to upgrade things like the intake runners, headers, exhaust system, and airflow. They also added stronger rear gears, switching from a 3.23 ratio to a 3.73. This helped it launch faster, improving 60-foot times. Even the catalytic converter was upgraded to a single 3-inch version to push out exhaust more easily. Up next, let's talk speed. On the drag strip, this Firebird could run a 1/4 mile in about 14.5 seconds. Not bad for a car with more than 150,000 miles. With nitrous added, it even dipped into the 12-second range. That showed just how strong and healthy the engine still was. Let's go deeper inside. The Firebird had a basic but strong build, with crank windows and cloth seats. But when it came to performance, it got more exciting. The dyno showed that the horsepower stayed flat around 224, all the way from 4,300 to 5,200 revolutions per minute. Something seemed off. After trying new valve springs and roller rockers, the curve finally smoothed out. Even so, horsepower only rose to 228. The mystery continued. Then came the big clue. The torque converter stalled way too late, near 4,000 revolutions, which slowed the car down after launch. That explained the missing power. Just like that, the Firebird taught one more lesson. Number 13, 1992 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Only 502 units of the 1992 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 were ever made, making it one of the rarest cars from the early 1990s. Right away, its wide back end with 4 square-shaped taillights gave it a bold look. But under the surface, the ZR1 had even more surprises. To begin with, it had a powerful 350 cubic inch V8 engine with 32 valves and 4 camshafts. This special motor was made from aluminum, and it gave the car a huge boost, 375 horsepower. Thanks to that, the ZR1 could hit a top speed of 179 miles per hour. It's not bad at all for a sports car over 30 years old. Here's another cool thing. Moving forward into performance, the engine had a smart feature that shut off half of its 16 intake runners and injectors during light driving. That made the car more efficient without losing any power when it was needed. But once you hit the gas, all the runners would kick in for full-speed fun. Next up was the transmission. The ZR1 came with a 6-speed manual, and it had a computer-aided shifting feature that made you skip second and third gear when driving slowly. That helped save fuel in the city. It also had strong rear gears to help with acceleration. Now for the ride. The car came with a fancy suspension called FX3. It had shock absorbers that changed based on how you drove. If you were just cruising, it stayed soft and smooth. But during fast turns, it got stiffer for better control. That system had 14 different settings and worked with sensors and tiny motors to adjust in real time. As for safety, the car had a tire pressure warning system and a strong braking setup. Big disc brakes and anti-lock controls helped stop the ZR1 fast, going from 60 miles per hour to 0 in just 132 feet. It also had special tires made just for it, thick ones in the back to handle all that power. On the inside, the ZR1 had leather seats, a fancy stereo, and a roof panel you could remove. Even though it was built to go fast, it did not skip on comfort or style. Number 12, 1993, Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Indy 500 Pace Car Edition. Just 3 of these track-ready versions were made to lead the 77th Indianapolis 500, and this 1993 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Indy 500 Pace Car is number 3 out of that trio. It was built to pace the famous race and still has only 1,339 miles on its odometer. What makes this one stand out is the black and white paint with colorful ribbon designs on the side, just like wind streaks flying across the doors. It also wears the special wing and wheel logos and has a working pace car light bar on top. Now for the heart of the car. Deep under the hood, the engine is a 350 cubic inch V8 that makes 275 horsepower. It came from the Corvette but was tuned just right for this Z28. The automatic transmission makes it easy to drive, whether on a track or down a street. Sliding inside, the black and white interior matches the outside perfectly. Look closely, and you'll see that the seats and door panels have designs that copy the wild ribbon artwork on the car's body. It also has comfy bucket seats, a center console, and a power driver's seat to match its high-performance spirit. Moving on to how it rides, the suspension was specially made just for this model. It helps the car stay steady in tight turns. There's also a custom exhaust that makes the car sound bold without being too loud. It rolls on black wall tires with white painted alloy wheels, which gives it even more of a one-of-a-kind look. But wait, here's the best part. In total, Chevrolet made 645 Camaro Z28 Pace Car Editions in this special design. Even fewer had the full race setup like this one. With those rare features and the low mileage, this car is something special. For 1993, this Camaro also came with a lighter body, thanks to special molded panels. It had anti-lock brakes and a better front suspension too. The Indy Pace Car package included extras like fog lamps, air conditioning, power locks, and a 3.23-to-1 performance axle ratio. It even scored a perfect 1,000 out of 1,000 points at the GM Camaro Nationals. Number 11, 1994, Pontiac Trans Am GT 25th Anniversary Edition. White paint, blue stripes, and a loud V8 engine. That's what the 1994 Pontiac Trans Am GT 25th Anniversary Edition is all about. This special model was made to celebrate 25 years of the Trans Am, and only 2,000 were built. That makes it rare and exciting, especially when it rolls by as a convertible with the top down and the engine roaring. Right under the long hood sits a 350 cubic inch LT 1V8 engine, the same kind used in the Corvette at the time. It makes 275 horsepower and pushes the car to 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds. Now, let's switch gears a bit. While the 6-speed manual was known to be more fun for some, the 4-speed automatic with electronic controls gave drivers the choice of normal or sport shifting. Tap the Transmission Perform button, and the car changes gears faster and harder, which is perfect for twisty roads or showing off. Now, about those looks. The white on white color combo is impossible to miss. The outside is painted bright white with a single blue racing stripe down the middle. The same stripe stretches over the roof and down the rear. Matching white alloy wheels and a special bird decal on the hood complete the outside. Step inside and the seats are covered in white leather with blue stitching, along with badges that say 25th, to remind you this is no ordinary Trans Am. Time to talk about the ride. Even though it is a convertible, this Trans Am still hit 153 miles per hour during testing. That's thanks to sticky, high-performance tires and a strong chassis. Even with a soft top, it stayed solid and stable, though the ride was loud and bumpy on rough roads. Up front, the sharp windshield kept the wind out of the cabin, making open-air driving more fun. All around, this car was made to celebrate something special. That makes this anniversary edition a real piece of car history that still turns heads today. Number 10, 1995 Chevrolet Impala SS. Only 18,365 of the 1995 Chevrolet Impala SS were ever made, and that makes it special. But what makes it cooler is how it looks and drives. This car is big, black, and bold. It has no shiny chrome, just smooth, dark paint and the famous Impala SS logo on the back fenders. It also has a spoiler on the trunk and large 17-inch wheels, with 5 thick spokes, which were made just for the SS model. Now, after stepping inside, things get even better. No matter what the outside color is, the inside is always gray. There are soft leather seats in the front and back, and they have the SS symbol stitched right onto them. The front seats are buckets, which means they are separated and not a long bench. In the back, the middle armrest folds down, and the Impala logo is pressed into the seat. And just so you know, the back seat is super wide and fits 3 people easily. Let's pop the hood now. Under it sits a 350 cubic inch LT1V8 engine, just like the kind found in Corvettes back then. It makes 260 horsepower and works with a 4-speed automatic transmission. The engine has fuel injection to help it run better and cleaner. All that power goes to the back wheels through a limited slip axle with 3.08 gears. This helps the car grip the road better, especially during quick turns. Moving to the driving part, here's where it gets fun. Even though it's a big 4-door car, people called it the family Corvette because of how fast it felt. It had strong brakes with discs on all 4 wheels and a ride that was smooth like butter. It was made to be fast, but still comfortable, like a luxury car. The steering wheel has leather wrapped around it, and there are controls for power windows, door locks, and the radio right in the middle. One more cool thing to know is that this car was based on police car parts. That means it was strong, fast, and made to last. Number 9, 1996 Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport. The white racing stripe across the dark blue paint made this sports car impossible to miss. The stripe ran from the hood to the rear and was matched with shiny red side hash marks over the left front fender. Just by looking at it, you knew this Corvette meant business. Even the engine cover was painted bright red with matching red spark plug wires. It was all part of the Grand Sport package, and it came only one way, with a strong 6-speed manual transmission and one powerful engine. Let's talk about that motor. It was a 350 cubic inch V8 called the LT4. That engine came with special pistons, bigger valves, and a higher compression ratio. It made 330 horsepower and gave the car a higher redline than before. The power pushed the car to a top speed of 168 miles per hour. But launching it fast was tricky. You had to rev the engine really high, over 4,000 revolutions per minute, to get the best start. Now, here's the really cool part. Only 1,000 of these Grand Sports were built, and out of those, only 190 were convertibles. Out of those convertibles, just 53 came with bright red leather seats. That makes this one of the rarest Corvettes ever made. Let's look inside. The red seats were bright and bold, the black dashboard had a Grand Sport badge, and all the regular buttons and gauges were there. The convertible top was white, and the shipping sticker was still stuck on the window, untouched, since the car left the factory. Even the original price sticker was saved, with its glue strips still on the back. Around the outside, the wheels were painted black and came from the high-performance ZR1 Corvette. The coupe version got bigger rear tires, but the convertible stayed with the standard size. It also had small fender flares to help fit the tires. Thanks to the optional Z51 suspension package, the ride was stiff and bumpy, but the car could grip the road really well. A special shock system called F45 helped change how the car rode in real time, depending on the bumps and turns. This was a final year celebration car, loud in looks and full of muscle underneath. Number 8. 1997 Pontiac Firebird, Formula W S6. The 1997 Pontiac Firebird Formula W S6 stood out with a bold hood scoop and aggressive stance that told you it meant business. Underneath that stylish hood was a powerful 350 cubic inch V8 engine. This engine was a special version of the LT1, tuned to deliver 305 horsepower at 5,400 revolutions per minute and 335 pound-feet of torque at 3,200 revolutions per minute. This extra power made the WS6 faster and more fun than the base Firebird models. Moving on, the WS6 package was more than just engine upgrades. It included improved suspension parts, like a stronger rear anti-roll bar and wider 15 by 8 inch snowflake wheels. These wheels were wrapped in bigger tires sized 275 by 40 ZR17, giving the car better grip and handling in corners. The suspension upgrades meant the car stayed more planted on the road, even during sharp turns. The transmission choices were clear, either a Tremec T56 6-speed manual or a GM 4-speed automatic. Most fans loved the 6-speed manual because it let them fully enjoy the car's power and sporty feel. Interestingly, only 473 of these WS6 models were built, making it a very rare find today. This rarity adds to the car's appeal for collectors and fans who want something unique. A few details helped identify a true WS6. Look for the WS6 badge on the rear bumper and a Ram Air decal on both sides of the hood just behind the scoop. Inside, the driver's side door tag listed the WS6 code, proving its authenticity. The tire pressure sticker inside the door also showed the wider tire size, a clear sign of the WS6 package. Beyond this, the WS6 had a long history. It first appeared in 1978 as a special handling option for the Firebird and stayed through the third generation from 1982 to 1992. It disappeared for a short time and returned stronger in 1996 with added power and sharper looks, lasting until 2002. Even though it performed better than many rivals, including some Mustangs, the Firebird and its WS6 package struggled in sales. Yet this made the WS6 a special muscle car that still turns heads because of its power, rare production, and iconic design. Number 7. 1990 Buick Riata. The 1990 Buick Riata, a two-seat car, was made to be comfortable and easy to drive, with a soft ride and luxury features rather than a hard sports car feel. The hidden halogen headlights add a cool touch, while the tan canvas convertible top rolls down quietly and neatly. Chrome trim and a thin gold pinstripe add extra style along the sides. 15-inch aluminum wheels on all four corners wear like-new tires that grip the road well. Looking inside, the leather seats are saddle-colored and super comfy, with the driver's seat boasting a 16-way power adjustment. That means the driver can move the seat in lots of directions for the perfect fit. The interior stays true to its original look with tan carpets and a clean dash that lights up with vacuum fluorescent gauges and a blue LED mileage readout. Power windows, power door locks, keyless entry, cruise control, and tilt steering wheel make driving easy and fun. Plus, the AM/FM CD stereo provides tunes for the ride. The trunk even fits 2 golf bags, which is surprising for such a small car. Under the hood is a 232 cubic inch V6 engine with electronic fuel injection. This engine is built for smooth power, not crazy speed. Paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission, the car drives quietly and starts up quickly. The suspension uses independent coil springs in the front and a special transfer leaf set up in the back for a smooth and stable ride. Four-wheel power disc brakes help stop the car safely when needed. Now, here's something special. Only 8,515 Buick Riatas were made in 1990, and just 2,132 of those were convertibles like this one. That makes this car pretty rare and valuable to collectors who love unique rides. On the road, the Riata feels more like a luxury cruiser than a race car. The overall feeling is one of quiet confidence and stylish comfort that not many cars can match. Number 6, 1991 GMC Cyclone. The 1991 GMC Cyclone is a powerful little truck with a surprising heart. Under its hood beats a turbocharged 262 cubic inch V6 engine that pumps out 280 horsepower. This engine, combined with an all-wheel drive system, helps the truck zoom from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 4.6 seconds. That is faster than many sports cars of its time. The automatic transmission and full-time all-wheel drive make sure power reaches all four wheels, giving the Cyclone great traction and speed. Looking closer, the Cyclone was built differently from regular pickups. Although it shares the same basic shape as other GMC Sonomas, inside the engine bay lives a beast. The turbocharger and intercooler help the engine breathe better and push out more power. This truck also uses special suspension and drive parts that make it handle like a sports car. With a claimed top speed of 124 miles per hour, it really lives up to its name. Now, about its rarity. Only 2,995 Cyclones were made in all of 1991. This makes the truck a rare find for collectors and fans of fast trucks. The black paint on some models looks sharp, especially with the matching black interior and red accent details inside. Inside the cab, the seats are comfortable, and the truck includes air conditioning along with power features that make driving easier. There's also an AM/FM radio with a cassette player for music during the ride. While the truck looks tough, it does show some signs of use after 30 years. Some paint scratches and fading parts on the plastic wheel wells happen with time. The leather-wrapped steering wheel shows some wear, but the engine bay and undercarriage look like they have been driven carefully. The Cyclone was not just a showpiece. Many were driven and enjoyed on the road. Despite being a high-performance vehicle, the Cyclone can still carry a load like a normal pickup. It can tow up to 2,000 pounds and carry 500 pounds in its bed, making it useful as well as fast. It may look like a small truck, but with its powerful engine and all-wheel drive, it feels more like a sports car on wheels. Number 5, 1993 Cadillac Alente Northstar V8. The 1993 Cadillac Alente is a fancy two-door convertible that stands out with its smooth Euro red paint and a soft black top that folds down. This car's body was actually made in Italy by a famous design company called Pininfarina and then flown to Detroit for final assembly. The outside looks sharp, with 16-inch aluminum wheels wrapped in thin white wall tires, fog lights, and power-adjustable side mirrors. The front fascia even has a small spoiler that helps with high-speed driving. Some minor paint chips and a cracked badge show this car has been used, but the steel panels are straight, and the door gaps are tight, which is a good sign. Looking inside, the Alente offers comfort with charcoal-colored leather seats that are power-adjustable in 8 ways, plus lumbar support. The cabin feels like a cozy luxury cocoon with a matching center console and door panels. It includes an AM/FM CD cassette stereo system, Delco Symphony sound for good audio, and cruise control for easy highway driving. The digital instrument cluster shows the speed up to 150 miles per hour and includes a tachometer that reads to 6,500 RPM. The odometer tells us this car has traveled about 60,000 miles. However, the air conditioning is not working, which is something to note. Now, about the heart of this beauty, the engine. This model introduced the powerful 281 cubic inch Northstar V8 engine, producing 295 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. The engine pairs with a smooth 4-speed automatic transmission that makes shifting feel easy and precise. The Alente rides on a 4-wheel independent suspension, featuring McPherson struts in front and a short long arm design in the rear, improving steering and handling. Power disc brakes with ABS help the car stop safely, and the traction control system keeps it steady on slippery roads. During its production run, only 4,670 of these Alentes were built, making it a rare find for collectors. Underneath, the car shows light wear, but remains rust-free and well-maintained. The chassis and suspension are solid, making this convertible not just a pretty face, but a smooth driver too. Number 4. 1996 Oldsmobile Aurora. The 1997 Oldsmobile Aurora shows off its stylish and smooth design that still looks fresh even years after it first arrived. Its shape is pointed and streamlined, with a pinched-in beltline and a rounded rear deck. This design was ahead of its time, and has hardly changed since it first appeared. The tail is narrow, making the trunk opening smaller and harder to reach, but the body feels solid and well-built. The car rides on strong steel with a firm but comfortable feel on the road. The outside features include power mirrors, power windows, and a new tilt-down mirror on the passenger side that helps drivers see better when reversing. Moving inside, the Aurora offers 2 front bucket seats that are powered and adjustable, giving a very comfortable ride. The seats have leather upholstery, and the cabin has lots of features like cruise control, electronic climate control for both driver and passenger, and a high-powered AM/FM/CD stereo system. The dashboard is curved and packed with analog gauges, plus a row of warning lights that keep the driver informed about everything from airbags to transmission fluid. The interior is clean and simple, focusing on comfort and easy control. Under the cover, the Aurora carries a 244 cubic inch V8 engine, made mostly of aluminum. It has dual overhead cams and 32 valves, producing 250 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. This engine is smooth, quiet, and responsive. It uses premium fuel and gets about 21 miles per gallon on average. Paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission, the car shifts smoothly during normal driving, but can feel slow when quickly accelerating. Traction control and anti-lock brakes help keep the car stable and safe. In total, about 25,579 Auroras were made, making it a rare and special car. The suspension is fully independent, with struts in front and trailing links in the back. It's firm and precise, offering great control, but a slightly stiff ride on bumpy roads. The steering adjusts with speed, making parking easy and highway driving steady. Also, the brakes are strong, with 4-wheel discs and ABS to stop the car quickly without fading. Small upgrades in 1997 improved the comfort and safety, like bigger front brakes and an electronic compass inside. Number 3. 1997 Chevrolet Camaro 30th Anniversary SS LT4. The 1997 Chevrolet Camaro 30th Anniversary SS LT4 is a rarest muscle car, painted in bright Arctic white, with bold hugger orange stripes on the hood, roof, and rear deck. This Camaro demands attention. Its white 5-spoke cast aluminum wheels match the paint, and orange SS badges on the fenders and rear add a special touch. Under the powerhouse sits a mighty 350 cubic inch LT 4V8 engine, producing 330 horsepower. This is not just any Camaro. Only 100 of these rare LT4 Camaros were ever made, making it a true collector's gem. Now, the engine is special. It was taken from leftover Corvette Grand Sport parts and carefully rebuilt by experts. They balanced, blueprinted, and improved the engine with extra stress plates to handle the power. Each engine was tested on a machine to make sure it performed perfectly, and every car was road tested for 6 miles to guarantee quality. The LT4 has a high compression ratio of 10.8 to 1 and can reach 6,300 revolutions per minute before redlining. The horsepower peaks at 5,800 RPM, while torque is strongest at 4,500 RPM. This makes the Camaro a fast and thrilling ride. Moving to performance, the Camaro comes with a 6-speed manual transmission that gives the driver full control over its power. It features power steering and disc brakes, which help with smooth handling and quick stops. The suspension is a level 3 Bilstein sports setup, paired with a Torsen limited slip differential for better traction during fast turns. This package helps the Camaro stick to the road even when driving hard. In addition, the car has a performance exhaust system and lightweight drive shaft, which improve power and sound. The interior shows off classic houndstooth upholstery, covered in plastic to keep it pristine. Air conditioning keeps the cabin cool, even when the engine roars. The rarity of this model makes it one of the most sought-after Camaros, especially for collectors who love powerful muscle cars that look as fast as they drive. Number 2. 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP Daytona 500 Edition. The 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP Daytona 500 Edition is one of the rare cars actually used by NASCAR as a pace car, during races where Pontiac was the official pace car. Known as Rover 2, it traveled from track to track, guiding race cars at high speeds. It wears full strobe lights on the roof to warn drivers on the track, and its leather interior includes bucket seats and a center console for a sporty look and feel. Looking closer, this Grand Prix is painted in a deep Gulf medium blue color, with subtle checkered flag decals on the sides and back that hint at its special role. It's built on the W body platform and is part of the 7th generation of Grand Prix cars, first introduced in 1997. One of the main design ideas for this generation was wide track engineering, which means the car has a wider stance for better handling and stability on the road. The wheels even have official pace car badges, making it clear this isn't just any Grand Prix. Power comes from a supercharged 232 cubic inch V6 engine, which delivers 240 horsepower. It uses a smooth 4-speed automatic transmission to move all that power to the wheels. Suspension upgrades like I-back springs and strong bear brakes help keep the car steady and stop it quickly when needed. Now, only 1,500 of these special Daytona 500 Grand Prix cars were ever made, making this model very rare. Overall, this car is a true piece of racing history with its unique features and limited production run. Number 1. 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brom. The 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brom brought comfort and power together in one long luxury ride. It rolled on a strong body-on-frame design, using two-sided galvanized steel to help fight off rust. The outside had a full vinyl top and fancy badges on the sail panel, showing off its upscale Brougham style. The wide doors opened to a large cabin with 6 soft seats, trimmed in either cloth or glove-soft leather. It even had power seats with memory and heated controls for both front passengers. Inside the car, small touches made a big difference. Things like a leather-wrapped tilt and telescoping steering wheel, cruise control, and electronic climate air conditioning helped make every ride feel special. A Pioneer stereo with AM, FM, CD, Bluetooth, and big clear sound sat in the dash. The Twilight Sentinel headlights turned on by themselves when it got dark. There were power windows, locks, mirrors, and even a power trunk lid to close with the push of a button. Now, here's a surprise. Only 29,744 of these 1993 Fleetwoods were built. That may sound like a lot, but for a car that is this big and bold, it is very rare today. Beneath the power compartment was a 350 cubic inch V8 engine from Chevrolet, matched with a 4-speed automatic with overdrive. It shared its base with the Chevy Caprice and Buick Roadmaster, which made it strong but also gave it a strange twist. Cadillac fans liked their own engines, so this change felt odd. Still, with power steering, 4-wheel disc brakes, ABS system, and dual exhaust, the ride was soft, safe, and smooth, just like a Cadillac should be. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing classic car stories.